Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all acknowledgement, honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Hakwadash. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is the name of the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, who the world will ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Yahweh meaning He is, He exists. And Yahweh Shai meaning He deliverer. Bahashem just means in the name. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Pray to those names, believe in them. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth, and they continue to teach us this truth. And shalom to y'all brothers doing this mighty and powerful work, man. So, there is an upcoming eclipse that's gonna cross out America. Think about that. This is a sign, this is an omen that this place is about to be judged.
Path that the solar eclipse will take.
So, let's start it off with Genesis 1:14. And Yahweh and the Elohim said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night." And them lights are what? The sun and the moon. And let them be for signs and for seasons, and for days and for years. The constellation, the stars, the sun, the moon, they are for signs. Now, if you go into this right here, check out what it tells you. It says, omen, warning, beacon, a signal. This is a warning. All right? How the Heavenly Father communicates is through signs. All right? Through the constellations, through the sun, and to the moon. All right? And solar eclipse
Will literally go through a.
have been regarded as bad omens. All right? So here we go. That coyote got a broken foot. That's crazy. It says eclipse in the Roman in eclipse in the Roman. Now, this is just events that happen, signs that happen in the heavens, in the constellations, in the sun and the moon, that were major. All right? It says, toward the end of the Republic and the beginning of the Principate, over a time of roughly 8 years, 3 solar eclipses are recorded as having occurred at anonymous moments. The death of Caesar, the death of Augustus, and also coincidence of a solar eclipse on Claudius' birthday. Now, Pliny in his natural history wrote on all aspects of geology, geography, and nature and history before his death in 70 AD. Alright, while trying to rescue people from the famous eruption of Mount Vesuvius. When discussing the heavens and the stars, he wrote on the phenomenon of eclipses, giving two examples. One that occurred after the assassination of Julius Caesar in 444 BC, and an eclipse that lasted for almost a whole year during the war between Antony and Octavian. It says it happened during monumental and fated moments in history. The murder of Julius Caesar threw the Roman world into civil war, while war between Antony and Octavian lasted for 2 fractions in a long, bloody, continuous civil war, fighting for final supremacy. Now, this one is addressing Augustus. It says, in direct control of Rome for 40 years, the legend of his life is filled with portents, omens, and premonitions. Shortly before his death in AD 14, it says Cassius Dio tells us that there were several portents of Augustus' fate coming. One of the which was the sun suffered a total eclipse, and most of the sky seemed to be on fire. Glowing embers appeared to be falling from it, and blood-red comets were seen. Those were probably chariots. Alright? Augustus saved the Republic from its unending cycle of bloodshed and civil war, and it brought about peace, right? It says, and her empire meant that his passing could only be marked by the greatest of portents, the dimming of heaven's lights. The predicted eclipse was to take place on the emperor's birthday, a rare and portentous event. Knowing that the eclipses were seen as portents of misfortune and ill omens, Claudius, in an attempt to forestall any unrest, issues a proclamation in which he stated not only the fact that there was to be an eclipse, and when and for how long, but also the reasons for which this was bound to happen. So a lot of mega event occurred because of the Lord, showing signs in the heavens and the suns and the constellations. All right. Now Yahushua told us, look for these things before his return. Luke 21 and 20. Let's start at 11 actually. It says things to come. Luke 21 and 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. We're witnessing that, right? And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Man, those things have happened and will happen. All right, you had a great earthquake that happened, I believe, in Turkey. All right, there was a body count last year of 50,000 people that died from an earthquake, and that was just one. So it's gonna happen all over the places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Great signs. All right, you see auras of light, you see comets, you see blood moons, you see all type of signs in the heavens. All right, now jump down to 25. It says the return of the Messiah, right? Yahushua. And there shall be signs in the sun, an eclipse, and in the moon, blood moon. All right, and in the stars, even in the constellations. All right, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. So the scriptures tell you that the people are going to be in uproar. All right, it tells you that in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. All right, let's actually go to the top. 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. How do we measure the time? Prophecy. Prophecy is the ultimate way to measure what time we're in before the Lord's return. And when thou seest pass of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world, world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, there it is, uproars. All right. And when there shall be seen earthquakes, we're definitely in the end. All right. We're seeing people protest. We're seeing people go against the elites, organizing groups, marching, all right, against the wars, marching against their own corruption of the government, you know. And we're seeing earthquakes, man. Then that's the Lord visiting the earth through judgment. Then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, everything comes to an end, right? And the end is manifest. And these signs and these events is the manifestation of the end. All right, the whole world is in uproar, earthquakes popping off, a lot of people dying because of earthquakes. All right, a lot of people are dying from natural disasters. But yeah, the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and ended in effects and signs. Yup. Omens. Alright, these signs are omens or warnings. Alright, like we pulled up in Genesis, the first chapter. Acts chapter 2 and 19. And I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapors of smoke. Yep. Signs. What the world would call a how would you say it? A abnormal event. Those are the signs. The sun shall be turned into darkness. What is that? An eclipse. And the moon into blood. Blood moon. Before that great and notable day of the Lord. See, that's it. This is the signs that the Lord is about to return and judge the earth. Alright, these are major events. Now, this man right here, he's warning that there was this event that happened in 18 something. I'm not sure if it's the 1800s, but the last time this eclipse happened where it X'd out America, there was a great earthquake. Alright, check it out.
And there was a very similar solar eclipse pattern in the years 1811 and 1806, right? So it says on June 16th, 1806 is when the first solar eclipse occurred, and the second one, completing the X, on September 17th, 1811 occurred. It says the intersection happened over the New Madrid Fault area, which includes areas from Cairo in southern Illinois to nearby New Madrid, Missouri. Right? It says on December 16th, 1811, just 3 months after the second solar eclipse, a series of devastating earthquakes struck along the New Madrid fault line. The following quote comes from the New Madrid, Missouri website. Quote, "The New Madrid earthquakes were the biggest earthquakes in American history. They occurred in the central Mississippi Valley, but were felt as far away as New York City, Boston, Montreal, and Washington, D.C. President James Madison and his wife Dolly felt them in the White House. Church bells rang in Boston from December 16th, 1811 through March 1812. There were over 2,000 earthquakes in the central Midwest and between 6,000 to 10,000 earthquakes in the Bootheel of Missouri, where the New Madrid fault line is located, near the junction of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers." Right? It says, in the known history of the world, no other earthquakes have lasted so long or produced so much evidence of damage as the New Madrid.
So as you can see, last time this exact solar eclipse where America was X'd out, there was a great earthquake. Alright? And there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the earth. And thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. Yeah, man. The end is manifest.
Of Jonah, Texas, several towns and cities named Nineveh, and also through Rapture, Indiana, but that's not all. It will also take place under the constellation Cetus, which means the whale. My God, God is giving us signs of the hour we are in. And if you believe we are in, and if you believe we are about the upcoming eclipse on April.
Crucial. And then we brought out information. Let me finish with this, and it says, Cassiodoro then gives the explanation for the reason for eclipses that Claudius issued in his proclamation. This solar eclipse is significant for two reasons. One, Roman astronomers were able to accurately depict the day a solar eclipse would occur to the day. Two, the emperor understood a scientific reasoning for the events, attempted to educate his people to stop any unrest among his people. It says celestial events are common throughout Roman history. Significant comics trailing, blazing trails all over the sky, strongly shining stars in eclipses, dimming the light of Sol and putting anonymous shadows over the world. Yeah, man. That's even dimming the constellation. They show you that in Alexander the Great, that Darius the Third, when he seen that, he was worried, and it was a series of signs. All right, and Esau know these are bad omens. That's why he has mobilized the National Guards. He's training for major events, because it is the Lord that is bringing great judgment. But yeah, shalom, brothers. Lord willing is edifying. It's a lot of information. Hey, shalom.